Before we dive in, a quick shout out to Thrizer. More on them later, but trust me, you'll want to hear this episode.
Welcome to Bossing Up, Overcoming OCD, the podcast designed to help you take control of your life and boss up to OCD. I'm your host, Erin Davis, OCD therapist and relationship coach. I'm also a wife, mom to 3, and dog mama. If you're overwhelmed by thoughts that aren't getting cured in typical talk therapy, it's time to climb out of that valley and enjoy the view. Grab your coffee, pop in your AirPods, and join me as we explore proven strategies, personal stories, and expert advice to help you boss up and thrive beyond OCD.
This is an episode about success at work does not equal success in relationships. We're balancing professional and personal confidence. Have you ever closed a major deal, delivered a flawless presentation, or received a glowing review only to go home and obsess over whether your partner really loves you? Or maybe you found yourself confidently managing a team of 20 people at work, but completely falling apart when your date doesn't text you back, like within an hour. These are some of the most puzzling disconnects I see in my work with high-achieving women. The same person who exudes confidence in the boardroom can be plagued by doubt and insecurity in their romantic relationships. Today, I'm going to show you why this happens and how to build a bridge between your professional confidence and your personal life using principles that have helped hundreds of clients find the same peace and love that they enjoy in their careers. Before we dive in, if you're new here, I'm Erin Davis, a relationship coach for high-achieving women who excel at work but struggle with overthinking in their romantic relationships. If this sounds like you, hit like, subscribe, follow wherever you are out on the airwaves. You can also download my 10 tips for relationship OCD. It's free to you. Link is in the show notes. Let's hear a word from our sponsor. Thrizer transforms the way clients interact with their out-of-network benefits. As you know, clients need to manually submit super bills for their out-of-network sessions and wait months for reimbursement. With Thrizer, clients can just pay a copay for sessions, while Thrizer covers the rest of your full rate up front. They handle everything from verifying out-of-network benefits, submitting claims, to waiting for reimbursement on the client's behalf. In turn, they are an incredibly powerful tool for you and your practice to convert and retain private pay clients. You can try Thrizer completely for free with my link, or go to join.thrizer.com/Erin. Let me introduce you to a client, and we'll call her Melissa. As the CFO of a growing tech company, Melissa made million-dollar decisions with confidence and clarity. Her colleagues described her as unshakable and decisive, but in her romantic relationship, totally different story. She was constantly seeking reassurance from her boyfriend. Did he really love her? Was he attracted to her? Was he going to leave her for someone else? She checked his social media, y'all, like multiple times a day and analyzed the text for hidden meanings. You know, if there's an emoji or not, that meant something. But anyhow, how could this same woman be so confident in one area and so insecure in another? The answer lies in relationship OCD. Even though you can feel confident, self-assurance doesn't automatically transfer across the different areas of our lives. OCD loves to attack the things that you love, value, and cherish. And OCD loves to take control. And so for a high-achieving woman, you can feel completely in control in the boardroom. You know the players, you know the game, you know your skills. But romantically, it can feel like the wild, wild west. And that's where high-achieving women struggle to feel like they're in control. So in my work with clients, we recognize this as a perception problem where they're perceiving relationships through a completely different lens than the perspectives that they have in their professional life. And we'll break down why this happens and how to fix it. First, let's take a look at the professional domain of work. You likely have, number one, clear metrics. You know what a win looks like. Number two, regular feedback. You get performance reviews, project outcomes, and client responses. Number three, established expertise. You've got years of education and experience. Number four, there are structured processes where you've got systems and procedures to follow. And I'm sure you follow it to a T. Number 5 is professional distance. There's emotional detachment from outcomes. Now, that directly contrasts with romantic relationships, where number 1, success is subjectively defined. What makes a good, quote unquote, relationship anyway? Then their feedback is often indirect or absent. Partners don't always give quarterly reviews. Shame on them. How dare they? Number 3, there's no formal training. Most of us learn about relationships through trial and error. Number 4, there's few established protocols. Every relationship is unique. Number 5, it's a high emotional investment. Your heart is deeply involved, no matter where there's a relationship gap. No wonder there's a confidence gap. You're operating in two completely different environments with different rules. The good news, the same skills that make you successful at work can transform your relationship confidence when applied correctly. So, one of the first steps I help my clients with is a perception shift. This is recognizing when you're operating from your imagination rather than reality. For Melissa, we identified that at work, she made decisions based on data and facts. But in her relationship, she made decisions based on feelings and fears. When her boyfriend took an hour to respond to a text, she didn't look at the evidence because, he's in meetings all day. He normally responds eventually, and he has shown that he consistently cares. Instead, she created a false narrative based upon her fears. It came in the tune of, he's losing interest, he's talking to someone else. What if I'm not a priority to him? The breakthrough came when Melissa realized she could apply her professional analytical skills to her relationship thoughts. She started asking herself, what's the evidence for this fear? What would I tell an employee who came to me with this concern? Am I making decisions based on data or emotions? This brings me to a powerful principle from Scripture. In Philippians 4:8, it says, finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. How wonderful, right? Notice the first criteria in that Bible verse, which is whatever is true, not what you fear might be true, not what could possibly be true, or what is worst case scenario, but actually and evidently true. The second step in emotional awareness is understanding what's driving your relationship anxiety. For Melissa, we discovered that her professional confidence came from a sense of control. At work, she could influence outcomes through her actions and decisions, but relationships felt unpredictable and uncontrollable. She couldn't guarantee her boyfriend would always love her, no matter how perfect she tried to be. This awareness brought the breakthrough for Melissa. She learned that her relationship anxiety wasn't about her boyfriend at all. It was about her fear of vulnerability and loss of control. Before we wrap up today, let me leave you with some actionable tips and tools. First of all, identify a work situation where you feel confident, where you're making decisions, speaking up in meetings, negotiating, etc. Number 2, list the specific thoughts, behaviors, and attitudes that contribute to your confidence in that situation. Number 3, create a deliberate plan to transfer those same elements to your relationship. For example, Melissa realized that at work she never made important decisions when she was tired, hungry, or emotional. She always slept on big choices and consulted trusted colleagues. But in her relationship, she'd send lengthy emotional texts late at night, 11 p.m., and spiraling for hours, making relationship decisions in her worst mental state. This simple transfer of her professional wisdom to her personal life dramatically reduced her relationship anxiety. Another step is building your self-trust and your self-confidence. According to research published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology, confidence is built through a combination of competence, actual skill, and belief in that competence. The study found that people who regularly acknowledge their capabilities in specific domains show increased confidence over time. For Melissa, we created a relationship wins journal. This is where she documented evidence of her relationship wins when she showed competence for times that she communicated effectively, like times when she set healthy boundaries or responded to challenges with maturity. This practice helped her see that she wasn't bad at relationships. She had many strengths, and prior to this, she wasn't acknowledging all of those strengths. Last thing I want to leave you with today is feeling empowered and free. This next stat comes from a study from the University of Waterloo, and they found that self affirmation exercises focusing on core values reduced relationship insecurity by 47% over a 6-month period. Participants who regularly reflected on their personal strengths showed greater relationship satisfaction and decreased anxiety about rejection. How powerful, right? And going back to Melissa, same thing applied. She was regularly connecting with her core values and strengths, regardless of what was happening in her relationship. Melissa recognized that her worth wasn't dependent upon her boyfriend's validation, just as her professional worth wasn't dependent upon any single work project or annual review, any single client or project. So, through working together, Melissa had a complete transformation in her relationship. Not only was she less anxious, but her boyfriend commented on how much more present and connected she seemed. Like she wasn't asking for so much reassurance. She didn't seem as stressed. It was wonderful. And so now the energy that she was pouring into worry was now shifting into available, genuine authenticity. So today you've learned why success at work doesn't automatically translate to success in relationships. We talked about how to identify the confidence gap, and we covered practical strategies to transfer your personal strengths to your personal life. If you're ready to bridge the gap between professional confidence and your relationship insecurities, I got you. I'm selecting just 10 women for my exclusive Obsess Less, Love More group coaching, which is a 3-month transformation program that'll help you apply principles such as these and help you create a newfound confidence. If you're tired of excelling in your career while struggling in love, this is your chance. Visit livebeyonddoubt.com to be one of the first 10 women in this transformative program. Remember, the same woman who closes deals, leads teams, and achieves goals is fully capable of creating a secure, loving relationship. You don't need to become someone different. You just need to transfer the wisdom you already have. Stay blessed by the best, and I'll see you next time.